almost every week doing golf seminars, I'm always asked, Steve, have you ever coached one of the players on television? And the answer I always have is, if they ever asked me, I could do it. It's not hard. It's a maintenance thing. You know who I really like to have for students? I like to have the downtrodden. I like to have people that are struggling, that don't know how to do it. If I were an instructor of mathematics, for example, I wouldn't want Albert Einstein for a student. And the reason is because he already knows how to do it. If one of the famous guys on TV came to me and asked me, hey Steve, you're a United States Marine, I think you might know something about training, can you help me? Of course, because the fundamentals are the same for everybody. Just like I wouldn't teach somebody how to shoot a rifle differently from somebody else how to shoot a rifle. Everybody learns the same fundamentals and mechanics, and you get a bullseye. In golf, there are certain fundamentals that are custom to all people. Most people don't know what they are. In fact, I've never seen anybody that really did, but you know, that I've seen, I don't know, I hear them on TV all the time. You know, they're kind of, I don't know. When I see somebody with a goofy looking swing like Jim Furyk, for example, to me, he looks exactly the same as Ben Hogan in 1955 because I'm seeing fundamentals. And the fundamentals are the same. Now, when we learn fundamentals, I'm always of the opinion that you can't do it with a ball. Because I'm a United States Marine and we know things about training. You know, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I went to Parris Island, South Carolina at 19 years old. You know how many people from Boston go hunting? 2. And I wasn't one of them. Now I'm with a bunch of guys who are from Alabama and Kentucky and all this, right? And they handed me a rifle. I said, hey fellas, what do I do with this thing? I've never seen one of these. They said, don't worry, you don't get any bullets going a pile because you don't know what you're doing. And I didn't. They said, don't worry, we're going to train you. And do you know what I did for the next almost 2.5 weeks? I fired a rifle without bullets. And I learned. And the first time I had a round in the chamber and I squeezed the round off, bingo, dead center. You know, when a student is learning the fundamentals of the golf swing, do you know it's critical that you do it without a ball? You can't have bullets. You're going to learn these fundamentals so much faster if you don't have a ball. Now there's another little trick that I share with people too about learning in memory that'll make your head spin, is most of it is done without a club. Because when we're learning a fundamental that has nothing to do with the golf club, like for example the shoulder movements in the backswing, what do you need a club for that for? The club has nothing to do with your shoulders. So when the student has the club in their hand, you know what I saw some years ago? Every time I put a club in somebody's hands, it distracted them and it prevented them from learning the lesson. So if you really want to not learn this stuff, first put a club in your hand, unless the lesson requires the club. Second, put the golf ball down. And then third, try to do it in fast motion. Do you know why we should never try to do things in fast motion? Because we can't. Have you ever watched a little kid learn penmanship? Don't they have to draw the letters really slowly to do them right? Then later, when they do their handwriting and it's full speed fast, it's going to be correct, it's going to be right. My students learn the movements very slowly, and then later, when it's executed full speed, it's right.